sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So it's your man, Beats by Lonze. We back in the building today, and we are streaming to redeem ourselves. Now, earlier, y'all know I did a couple streams, and my streams were not working as it should be. So I'm going to give it a third try. Not working as it should be. So I'm going to give it a third and final try. And instead of going through my usual stream of creating beats, in this stream, I just want to holler at y'all and talk and see what's happening, see what's going on with everybody. Today is Akai Force Wednesdays. So typically I go and I work on the Akai Force, but today my computer and my streaming setup has been, for a better set of words, it's been ass. And so I haven't been able to stream today with the Akai Force because the Akai Force is on the other side of the room. And the last time that I moved the Akai Force from that side of the room to this side of the room to stream, I had a crash. So I was like, I'm going to leave the Force where it is. It likes to be over there. So just wanted to holler at y'all real quick, and get a stream out the way for the week. Y'all know I stream every day. That I'm here in the studio, so I thought I'd just come in here and talk. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. The government still is shut down. A lot of people still hadn't got paid. A lot of people still are struggling right now. Like, it's been almost 2 pay cycles, maybe 3 paychecks where people hadn't got paid, and they're struggling to get their necessities that they need. So, that is very difficult to hear, that people are stressed out and trying to make ends meet and trying to get things together. And so grateful that my household hasn't been impacted on that side. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get here and get in front of y'all. I'm feeling like it's time for a cut. It's time for a change, but I got some stuff in the fire right now, so I can't really change my facial stuff yet until I get all that stuff done. And just a heads up for y'all who watch my channel, y'all know that I have been working on a plugin. I have the plugin built. I'm on the last part of the plugin to where it has to be approved by somebody, and a couple more things that got to be done with it before it goes out to the public. So that's just a quick secret that only a few people know about, but it is happening. So while we're here, just a quick little part of business. Make sure y'all follow me on social media at Beats by Lonze. I'm at Beats by Lonze everywhere across the board. And if you go to your internet browser and type in Beats by Lonze, you'll find me on the first 15 pages of your internet browser. Now, I did that on purpose because I wanted to saturate the market that where when people look for me and search for me, it's not hard for you to find me. If you see me on a stream and you hear my name, you'll know to look for me under that name. If you are on Twitter and you're looking for me, you just search that name, you'll find me. If you're on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, you just search that name, you'll find me. So I did that on purpose. So Blatantly Blatant Network, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you. Salute to you. Man, that guy's been working hard. He's been putting out content. He's pretty much been outworking the competition. And shit, I got to give that man kudos because he's been outworking me. Man, every time I turn around, he got a new channel, a new show that's previewing on the channel. I'm like, damn, that was a good idea. I wish I would have thought about that. And then not only is the show like a great representation of himself, that the show is funny, it's him, and then he also got the graphics and he got the imaging and all that stuff to go behind it. So it's actually pretty cool. So shout out to Blatantly Blatant Network. If y'all are not following him, follow him. He has probably triple the amount of subscribers that I got on my page. So my people over here on Beats by Lonze channel and community, y'all go over there and follow him and get his numbers up so he can get that big YouTube check as well. And also, he just launched his Patreon, so y'all go check out Blatantly Blatant Network's Patreon because he's running a network over there. He has also helped me to figure out how to get my Patreon running. And let me tell you, for over a year, I've been trying to figure out how to load shit to Patreon. Over a year, like it frustrated me so much that I couldn't figure it out. Like I was on the desktop, I was on the app on the iPad, I was on the app on the phone, couldn't figure it out. And Blatantly Blatant said, "Hey, you might want to check this setting." And I'll be dang, yep, I did that setting. So for y'all who don't have Patreons and are going to start Patreons, do not check that box that says over 18 content, or you won't be able to load anything to Patreon unless you go through a third party. And it was killing me. Bruh said it was driving me crazy too. Listen, it was killing me for over a year. Like I gave up on Patreon. I started the Patreon. I was able to create like regular little post stuff, but I couldn't create videos. So I left that shit alone. So if y'all were looking at my Patreon to subscribe, there was gonna be nothing. There's nothing there for you to get. But guess what? Now that we got that out of the way, I'm hitting you with everything. Everything that I ain't gonna tell you. I'm just telling you, everything is going on that Patreon, and soon you'll see that most of the stuff that you see on my YouTube page, you're gonna see all the other stuff on my Patreon. So subscribe to the Patreon. I do got some subscribers on Patreon, believe it or not, that are paying subscribers. So I'd like to think that if I can get people to pay on YouTube and subscribe to my monthly YouTube community, then Patreon should be nothing. Should be nothing. But anyway, man, shout out to the crew, shout out to the team, man. They're out there working hard, doing their thing. I just want to give you all a word of encouragement to keep pushing, keep doing your thing, take care of yourself, and just always, man, just try to recreate yourself and stay in the mix so that you're always fresh and you're always like just bringing something new to the masses. So um, last year I was supposed to buy all the cameras to update my studio. And then I bought the cameras. I thought my shit was fly. And then I got told that, hey, in order to compete with my peers in the industry, that my camera work need work. So so over the next few weeks, I've been working on my templates for my camera work and all that kind of stuff, so that I can bring a better show to you all. Blatantly Blatant Network says, I still have yet to mess with the MPCE templates, man. Oh man, I will tell you this, that the best thing that I've done since I've had the freaking MPC Live 3 was to actually sit down and work on whatever it is that I want to key into. Let's say, for instance, I was wondering about the clips mode. So I sat down one day and I figured out how to run the clips mode. And then another day I was like, okay, let me sit down with the step sequencer and figure out exactly how the step sequencer worked. And it actually just became like secondhand to me, like, okay, well, if I press this and this should work. And if I press this and this should work. And then I started to see the workflow. I was like, oh, it's making sense. And then for those things that I was just stuck on, I just really had to go and look at tutorials. Andy Mack from Akai Professional has been there over 20 something years, who's a G with this thing. Y'all gotta watch that video. Like, I've watched that video at least 20 times and I'm still have not learned everything that I've seen him do in that video. So watch the video. If you are having a problem with the new MPC Live 3, watch the Akai video with Andy Mack that is showing you all the stuff that comes with the MPC Live 3. He tells you everything you need to know about the machine right there in 40 minutes. So one day I'll get like Andy Mack and can actually sit in front of this machine and just teach you everything about it just like that. So that just tells you something about grinding and hard work and execution. That think about how long he had the machine in his possession before it came out and before it was ready for the masses, and then he had to figure out how to work that joint. So Blatantly Blatant Network says, what's for dinner? Man, I had some Chick-fil-A today. We had Chick-fil-A. I didn't feel like cooking. I've cooked all week. This is my first couple days home. I've been working out of another studio the whole last two and a piece weeks. And so yeah, man, I had Chick-fil-A today. And I've been home the last 3 days because there's been one of the producers sick, so we couldn't be in the studio around him being sick. And being that I have a freaking compromised immune system, so I can't be around people that's sick all the time, because then my body is gonna fight against itself. So I have to stay away from that kind of stuff. So it kind of worked out that he was sick, and so I got to stay home and work in my own studio. So this week I've just been coming to terms with all of my shit that I got here in my studio, and I have decided there's some shit that's gonna go. There's some shit that I'm gonna get rid of, and it's going to make room for what I got coming. Now I said that I was not going to buy any more equipment, and I lied. There's about 3 or 4 different pieces of equipment that I'm about to buy. So I don't know if y'all seen that new freaking Teenage Engineering joint, the rhythm, and then they got the freaking microphone joint that came with it, the Ting. Now I wanted the Ting, so I was gonna plug that into the old KO2 and run that joint, right? But I was like, guess what? It comes with 128 megabytes. And so they doubled the space that was in this joint. So I was like, guess what? I can take the sounds that's already there. Then I can use the sounds that's in the KO2. Then I can take the sounds that's in the Medieval. I don't know. And guess what? The price was $329. $329 is my angel numbers, my favorite numbers. Y'all know that's my birthday, $329. My podcast is the Grind 329 podcast. So anytime I see $329, I'll always think that is meant for me. And so when I saw that, I was like, it's meant for me to have. So if y'all see that, the Grind 329 podcast, 329 is my number. So yeah, when I saw it was $329, I was like, oh, that's right on the money for me. So I was like, lock and loaded, out of here. So yeah. So there's about 3 or 4. There's 3 or 4 more machines that I've seen. I've been getting a lot of comments in my comment section saying the TR1000. We can't wait for you to get the TR1000 in your studio and see you rock it. And I was like, I don't really care for the TR1000. Is it going to be a imagination of what I already got? I already got the S2400. I already got the Rec 1, which is an SP1200 new junior. And so I was like, I don't know. But guess what? The new year is coming. And so with the new year, it's going to be the studio reset. So I don't know if y'all know that every year I do a studio reset. So everything that I bought for the year, we go back in. We say, hey, do we need this? Do we want this? Does this work for what you're going to do? And then we kind of revamp what we have in the studio. So along with equipment, I forgot about this. I was saying that earlier that last year I was supposed to revamp all my cameras. And I did that. I went and bought the i360 cameras. I bought one, two, three. I bought two more additional i360 Insta360 cameras to run in the studio, and they are 4K cameras as well as HD cameras. And what I was being told was that either I didn't have the settings right on it to show you that I was running 4K cameras or HD, or I needed to work on my camera work or whatever. Um, so I went on a mission to freaking fix my camera work. So now I have invested into a DSLR camera to add to my setup. And so now I will move these other cameras around to give some different shots. What I like to have is like 4 shots at any given time. And so you can see the whole studio. But with what I have right now, with the streaming platform I have right now, you can only do 2 cameras unless you update. And I'll probably look at that too and see how much the update is, and if the update is not too far off from what I had before, because they've been doing some good shit on StreamYard. They've been doing some really good shit, and every time I log into StreamYard, there's some more updates to it. So I may look at that and see if by chance they are doing some stuff. Then I may do that so I can have more cameras. So I think that'll be dope if I can have like 3 or 4 different cameras. So, but man, shout out to the person that told me that my camera work needed work. You know, you can't get any better unless somebody tells you that, you know, they're honest with you and tell you that you need to do stuff. So I really appreciate that. That's really dope. You don't find too many people that will tell you anything. They'll let you freaking burn the pieces before they'd even offer to pee on you. So that's about it. So 17 minutes, we just here blabbing and talking and stuff. Nothing really serious. I just like have been working in my studio, and I don't like when things don't work. You know what I'm saying? So I've been working on trying to get everything working as it should, and that's what I've been doing the last couple of days that I've been here in the studio. All right, cool. Now, if anybody has any suggestions on how to fix the Loupedeck on a Mac, I've been having some issues with the Loupedeck on a Mac. I have the Loupedeck over here for my Mac. As you can see, it's not on, which is stupid. It keeps cutting itself off. So I'm going to do some more research to find out why it won't stay on. I did find out today that there was a setting on the Mac that I had to enable in order to let it do like my shortcuts and stuff, like muting my mic and all that kind of stuff. None of my buttons was working. I was like, what in the heck is going on? And I figured out that there was a setting in the Apple settings. Man, Apple be screwing me. I'm telling you, the last 2 years, Apple has been screwing me like a mug. They've been screwing me on every piece of equipment that I got. So Blatantly Blatant Network says, in fixing upstairs setup so I can just make this content on the fly. He said that's what he's been doing. He's been working on his studio as well. So that's what's up. Shout out to him. That man works hard. You see him going early up in the morning, and he got the damn day shift. He got the day shift going on the channel, and then you see him going to work early in the morning. You see him getting off in the afternoon, going home, taking care of the wife and the kiddies, and then he on this content, man. So shout out to Blatantly Blatant, man. He's been doing this thing. I'm very, very proud of Blatantly. He doing what everybody should be doing. So yeah. The last 3 days have been the first 3 days that I have not touched the MPC Live 3. And so I actually let me show you what I did. I was trying to find a case. Trying to find a case to put my MPC Live 3 in, and I could not find a case to put the Live 3 in that would fit. And so, as y'all know, Island Instruments, the S2400 came in this case. It actually didn't come in the case. I bought the case separate. And then after Island Instruments got their next batch of S2400s, then they started to sell them and send them out in the case if you order the case. So what I did is, as y'all can see, SO 100. I got the SO 100 stickers on this bad boy as well. And so what I did is I put my MPC Live 3 in the case because it fits. It's almost the same size lengthwise as the S2400. So I put it in the case. So now I have the case with me. So whenever I go to travel and I go to other studios, I don't have to carry it in the bag. I can carry it in the case. So that's what I did with that. And then shout out to my man Sight from MPC Gang, Lab and Legacy with the merch. You know what I'm saying? Had to support my man with the merch. Speaking of merch, I have my own merch called the Guru Merch. That's a Guru Merch line. And you can find it at beatsbylonze.com. So if you go to beatsbylonze.com, you'll see the Guru Merch link. Click on it, and you can order all of the merch to be drop shipped to your home. I can't tell you how long it'll take to get there, but yeah, you can drop ship it. As soon as you order it, they make it on demand. So when you order it, it gets to you. So yeah, I didn't really take a break. I've been actually working. I've been working out of another studio, and while working out of the other studio, I have not been home. And so for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been out. And so I work in that studio, and then at the end, after the day is done over there, I drive home. And then by that time, my daughter's getting out of school, and then dinner, and then end of the night, and I have to, like a job. I hadn't worked a real job since like 2018, 2019. So I've been running my studio full time since like 2018, 2019. So I hadn't had a full job and had to get up and go to nobody's, job for a long time. So getting acclimated to getting up in the morning and going to do something else that's not doing what I want to do has been different. So, but it's a blessing, and it's awesome that I was offered this opportunity to do what I'm doing. And y'all see in the next couple months, you'll see what it is that I've been working on, hopefully. And if it works out, then it'll be really good for the community, and it'll be really good for you MPC guys. So stay tuned for that. So, what else? What else was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, I'm excited. Y'all wasn't supposed to see that I was gonna get this Teenage Engineering joint until it got here, but it is on its way. So the Teenage Engineering rhythm and the ting. I don't do reggae style beats, but none of the KO2s is really like genre specific. So you're able to, whatever you can make, whatever you can make, you make it. And let me tell you, they did a great job on these machines. I wish they would have gave more space, or gave, what really would have killed everybody is if they would have put an SD card in this thing. They would have put an SD card in this machine. This machine would have been untouchable and unstoppable as far as workflow and sound and get into what you need to do. Um, but because they limited it to 64 megabytes of sample, um, just overall sample space and savability, you're limited. You're limited. And another thing that I really don't really care for is that you can only have projects under A, B, C, and D. Like once you run out of project space and you run out of the 64 megabyte storage, you're done. You got to go and delete everything and start back over. But what you could do, and what I did was when I was using it in the stew, is I'd make the beat, I'd send it over to the MPC and sample it over to the MPC, and then I can export the song in the MPC from the KO2. And then that way, whatever song I actually made on it, if I wanted to delete it, I could actually delete it, or I can delete it and I'd still have it in the MPC just like that, with the sample quality, with the beat quality, all of that going right to the MPC. Blatantly Blatant said the Ableton Move had a couple updates. Yeah, they said that they're gonna update the Ableton Move every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks they're gonna come out with a new update, and they're gonna update something every 3 weeks for the rest of the year. Moves, man, I was just looking at the Move today. The Move is something else. Now, the only thing that I think they could have done better on the Move. Okay, I moved it. Only thing I think they could have did better on the Move, in all honesty, is I wish that they would have gave us more gave us more storage space than just the 64. Like you can have 64 sets of songs, and then you'd have to save them to your computer, save them in Ableton, delete them, and then start back over again, do 64 again. So I wish that they could have gave you 64 and you could like tab over and then go to the next 64 and tab over and go to the next 64 until it fills up. But as far as the most complete machine that I've seen and I've had, the Ableton Move is the most complete machine out of all of them. Like as far as like workflow, you can see it here in the sample screen. Actually, it needs to be charged. It's the first time, excuse me. It's the first time that it has not been in its charging space. First time I let the battery die. But yeah, this machine is like incredible. I love it. I love everything they did with it. Like the mic, the 16 step sequencer at the bottom. 16 step sequencer. I like that. Y'all probably can't see it. Let me unplug it. So the 16 step sequencer at the bottom. You got the 16 pads here that you can have like MPC pads, and then you got these on the other side that you can have velocity and all that stuff, similar to the MPC, similar to the push, and you are limited to 4 tracks, but you're not limited to how many samples you can put on each pad. So you can actually chop in it. It's incredible. I love it. I love everything they did with it for the price of what they came out with this thing for. Well worth the price that it's for. And guess what? I know that the Push 3 when I bought it was $3,000. I bought mine at $3,000. Go and look at how much a Push 3 is worth right now. How much it costs to buy a Push 3 right now. So imagine that if the Ableton Move is $400, that in another year is going to be less than $400. So for everybody that missed the first rodeo of the Move, you will be able to catch it on the second rendition. But if you get it at $400, you're not losing nothing because it is a good machine. Now, you can plug it to the Push 3 and use it as a additional controller. You can use it as a MIDI controller. You can actually plug a MIDI controller to the Ableton Move and make music. This thing is like incredible. Incredible what you can do with it. So if Akai was to make a MPC Mini similar to like the Ableton Move but with a screen, oh man, that'll be incredible. That'll be incredible. And then I'll be in so much trouble because I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna want it. So right now they've been really really quiet. They were quiet just like they were when they came out with the MPC Live 3. And so I'm very afraid of what's about to happen right now of them being quiet. And y'all got to think that this is November. You got December. You got Christmas time. You got January. You got NAMM. So if there's anything that is coming out, it is coming out very, very soon. Because if they're going to showcase anything in NAMM is not until the third week of January. So that means that something is coming. Shout out to the Crazy Wabbit in the building. What's up? Shout out to you, man. Salute, salute, salute. I wish my my loop deck was hitting. I can actually shoot some horns for you, man. And that's weird too because the whole day that I've been here troubleshooting shit, it's been working. It's been on and working, and then all of a sudden when I get ready to get on stream, it's not working anymore. So I'm gonna unplug it and plug it back in and see if anything happens. So I'm just running my mouth over here talking about a whole lot of nothing about what I got going on in the studio and giving y'all an update on what's happening. Again, follow everybody that's in the chat. Make sure y'all like this stream and make sure y'all follow and subscribe to each other in the chat. If y'all have not followed each other, it's a lot of good content creators that are in the chat and a lot of people that come and watch the channel. Don't let the numbers fool you that people don't come and watch the channel and they stop in, they don't say nothing, and they see what's happening over here. Trust me, people are watching, they know what's happening. They're staying up to date based off of they're staying up to date based off of the people that move around and shake stuff. Trust me. So let's see if the damn loop deck is going to come back up. That is weird too, because I just updated this thing today. Very, very weird. Very weird. So what I was saying is, there we go. All right, cool. What I was saying is that I'm gonna be in some trouble if Akai does drop an MPC Mini, an MPC X, a new Key 37, or a new Key 61 or 88 keys, because now I'm gonna have to make some decisions about some MPCs that I got in my studio. And I really had to really seriously think about it. Like, since I got the Live 3, my Live 2 is really not gotten any love. My Live 1, I've been using it here in this area to do my controller mode in my videos for the MPC 3 software. I've been doing it here with the Live 1. And so the Live 2 is over in the house. So whenever I'm in the house, I can have MPC over there. But now that I got the Live 3, it's kind of redundancy. But I've been here before. Trust me. I've been here before to where I thought I had too many MPCs and I started selling MPCs and getting rid of them. And as soon as I sell them or get rid of them or get them away or whatever the case may be, I want them. I want them back, and then I end up buying them again, and now here we are. So I'm not going through that shit again of getting rid of my MPCs, and then I'm like, oh, I had an MPC 4000 and I sold it. Nope, I'm not selling the MPC 4000. I'm not selling 2500. I'm not selling the 5000. Not selling the MPC X's. Um, nah. Live 2, Live 3, MPC 1. I'm keeping all them joints. And so, guess what? If Akai does come out with a new MPC, which I know they got to, they have to refresh the line. And so I'm gonna be getting whatever they come out with. So it's going to be either you're gonna see me with two key 37s or a key 61 and another key 61, or a key 61 and a key 37, or a key 88, or whatever they come out with. I'm gonna have two of them joints, because I will tell you right now, key 61 is one of the greatest MPCs that they made with a keyboard on it. That thing is so incredible. You can't see um you can't see my 61 because it's not here today. I left it over at the other studio, but I love the Key 61. And if they were able to make improvements to the Key 61, it's going to be magnificent. I can tell you already that the Live 3, that as fast as the Live 3 is compared to the Live 2, compared to the Live 1, it's night and day. Night and day, night and day, night and day, night and day. Don't let nobody fool you and tell you that it's not. I'm telling you that it is night and freaking day. Night and day. I'm talking about fast. I'm talking about efficient. I'm talking about letting you get to what you need to do. And if you are one of these people that like to do live performances, it is great for live performing. It is great for on the spot transitions. It is great for you coming up with automations on the fly. It is good for, like, if you were trying to think of how you want to make your intro interesting, right? Let's say you wanted to, you didn't know how you were going to make your intro interesting on a song, and you thought, let me just go in here to the step sequencer and press the track mutes or pad mute, and you start playing around with the track mutes, and you start playing around with automations. Just like that, you're figuring out, like, oh snap, I did this within a matter of seconds, within a matter of a few minutes, and now I've created my intro to a song, and now I'm moving on from just not just making samples or not just making loops, that you're making creations, that you're making songs. And then now that you made an intro, and now you got your verse built, and now you got a hook, now you're thinking, like, how can I freak this breakdown? How can I make changes to this how can I make more changes to it to make it more interesting, to make the song more complete? And that's what it's all about, because a lot of people don't even get from start to finish of making full songs in the machines. And that's just one of the big things that I've been big on for the last 5 years. It's like making sure that every time I sit in front of a machine, I'm making a complete song. I'm finishing it in the box right then and there. I'm mixing it. I'm mastering it. I'm making sure my song structure is right while I'm making music on these machines. And so every machine that I got, I've kind of gotten to the point where I can make a full song in it. I'm making a full song in it before I get out of it. Then I'm saving it. Then I'm exporting it. And then I'm sending it to my hard drive to save as a particular song. And then it's going up on my website, or it's going up on the sync licensing same day, same week. So let me get back to these comments. The Observer of Thoughts is giving a salute. So salute to you, the Observer of Thoughts. Appreciate you being here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Crazy Wabbit says toot with a salute. The Observer of Thoughts is laughing at Wabbit. The Observer of Thoughts is also giving him the deuces, the peace sign, and he said wrong emoji. I guess he didn't mean to laugh at you. He meant to throw you the peace sign. Blatantly Blatant Network says thoughts on Cubase, either version, even in new 15. I've never used Cubase. Never used Cubase. Like a lot of people that I know use it. DC Carson uses Cubase. He actually uses the MPC software in Cubase, and he brings his MPC into Cubase, and he works backwards and forwards into Cubase and the MPC. He's the only person that I know personally that uses Cubase, but he swears by it, and he makes really good music. He's actual, um, he's actual musician. You know, play keyboards, play guitar, all that kind of stuff. So when somebody like that tells you that that's what it is, that's that's you just gotta take them for their word for it. Blatantly Blatant said that's for Alonzo in the chat. So yeah, for the chat, he wants to know your thoughts on Cubase, either version, even the new 15. I have not even looked at Cubase. I don't want to see Cubase right now. I want to continue to try to master Ableton. Ableton is the biggest headache DAW that I have. So I want to master Ableton, and I want to really like sit back in the MPC software and make sure that I am 1000% on point with the Akai MPC software. Crazy Rabbit says you mentioned the Akai Mini. Any thoughts on what it might look like? 16 pads still. Yeah, I think that Akai is not going to maneuver away from 16 pads because that's what the MPC was built on. 16 pads. If I had a vision of what the Akai Mini would look like, I'm thinking that the form factor they probably would go to is something similar to the Roland SP404, but with 16 pads, but 16 MPC pads, and then probably a bigger screen, and then maybe, where is my 404? Let me pull it up. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see, actually, let's do this. Let's do this. What I think would be dope is if they came out with an MPC Mini. Let's say this is the live one, and let's say we turned the MPC this way, and then they went 16 pads, and then they did the screen halfway here, and then they probably did like the Q links, they brought them to the side or down to the side here, and then underneath here they've had the buttons down here, and so when you play the Mini, it would be kind of like this. I think that would probably be a dope concept for MPC Mini, but I don't know if that's even going to come to fruition. There was a lot of talk about it, and then I think that what came out was the MPC 1. So, I don't know. I don't have any inside scoop. And what I'm talking about is pretty much my dream. My dream of what I think it would be. So, we all conversating about what we think it would be. So, that's just Tracker Mini. Please don't give me anything Tracker Mini size. Tracker Mini is so freaking small. My eyes are already, as a lot of us that are on working on MPCs are going toward that stage of life. We're in our 40s and our 40s and our 50s, and eyesight is not as good as we would want it to be. And the Tracker Mini, I know that now. I did read, because I looked at the Tracker Mini before when I was looking at the tracker, and I did see that the Tracker Mini was, where's my tracker? Tracker's on this side. I did read that the Tracker Mini screen was the same size as the freaking screen on the tracker. I thought that I read that the Tracker Mini screen size was the same size. So if that is true, then the Tracker Mini may not be that bad. I didn't like that it was missing all the buttons. It had a few buttons. I haven't messed with a Tracker Mini in freaking weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, for y'all that hadn't seen a Tracker Mini, that's a Tracker Mini. But I thought that I read or saw that the Tracker Mini screen was the same size as the Tracker, but I really didn't. These buttons are already too small for me already. So for them to have like 4 buttons and then I have to like maneuver with just up and down, I didn't really care for that. Didn't really care for that. So I went against the Tracker Mini. And again, like I said, if by chance if it has something to do with my eyes having to see those itty bitty freaking screen and buttons and shit, then I'm already out the game for that. Cause let me show you why. Let me show you why I say that. The Sonic Ally, what's up? Hello. Appreciate you. Says mini NPC would pass from the 1 would be sweet. Sonic Ally says hello crazy rabbit. Tracker mini screen 5-inch tracker 7-inch. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I'll pass. I'll pass on that. Now I know the sound. The sound is good. The sound is good. I do know that the sound is good, so we're not losing on the sound side of the house. Let me tell you why I say all this that I say. Okay, this machine right here is a incredible small machine, but it is entirely too small. You see this itty bitty ass screen? I cannot see that screen. Like when I'm looking at it, I have to look at the screen like that to actually see the screen. So if anybody that has like that, okay, I wear glasses. Anybody that is like nearsighted or even farsighted, got astigmatisms, all that shit, you're gonna have a hard time going through these itty bitty menus and going blind trying to see the itty bitty screen. So I am against itty bitty screens. So I need when you trying to give me a screen, I need you to give me iPad screen. I need you to give me freaking at least 7-inch screen. 7-inch screen, 10-inch screen. You gotta give me bigger, you know. That sounds crazy what I just said. You gotta give me bigger than that. Yeah. Just don't work for me. Now only exception to the rule I'll give you as far as screen goes is going to be like here. This is the only exception that I can give you for a screen that works for me, that don't bother me. Okay? That itty bitty screen right there, I can deal with only a few words being in this screen. Like showing me where I'm going, you know, directing me where I am in the controller, I can deal with that. But if I had to you had to bring a whole freaking sequencer in there, nah, that ain't gonna work. Not gonna work, buddy. Not gonna work at all for me. And this machine, I wanted more for this machine. I really wanted more for this machine, but I can't see it. And let me show you what I did. Y'all gonna laugh. I went on Amazon and I found the old people's reading magnifier. And so what I do is I put this on top of the freaking thing, and now I can see the screen bigger with the magnifier. So that's how I have to use this, because I can't see the screen. So that's my rant about freaking small screens. But anyway, so Sonic Ally said, I like the OLED screens so my eyes can still read it more. Time to feed the belly. Stay safe. Salute, Crazy Rabbit. Appreciate you. Thank you for being in the building. Sonic Ally says I was gonna suggest a Game Boy magnifier for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too. I think I've entertained y'all long enough. Y'all have stood and sit here and listen to me ramble for a little bit. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, none of my joints work. So this is something else that I'm going to work on in the next coming days. When I'm home, I'm going to work on a loop deck. I've had it for about 3-4 years, and it's been incredible for what it's worked for, especially for like my podcasts and stuff. Like I have like drops and stuff on the loop deck. And then I like the fact that it has like buttons for YouTube, buttons for messages, buttons for email, all that kind of stuff. You have volume buttons, you have brightness and all that kind of stuff that you can change. So I just changed the volume on my mixer just now. Yeah, this is incredible. And I also got a stream deck as well. But I thought I was doing something by going from the small stream deck to going to the loop deck because it cost more money and it was bigger. A freaking headache. But anyway, thank y'all again for watching the channel. I appreciate y'all. Sorry I didn't make no beats for y'all today. We'll come back to the beats later on in the week. Hopefully, when I get off tomorrow, I can come back over here and make some beats again. BeatsByLonze.com. I have the podcast over there. I have merch. I have all the beats for sale. I know y'all don't buy beats, but that's fine. Y'all just need to know it's there. And again, follow me on all social medias at Beats by Lonze. This information is not for y'all. This is for people who are going to watch the stream afterwards. And check out my music, man. BeatsByLonze.bandcamp.com. I got about 40 projects out there. R&B albums, rap albums, beat tapes. I have beat tapes for almost every machine that I have in the studio. But I still got a lot that I still got to do. So check that out and let me know what y'all think after you check that out. All right. So peace out. Much love. Catch you on the next episode. Follow, like, and subscribe. And before I go, let me show you something that I just found out today that I could do. Like if I double press this button, I can go from here to there, back to there, back to there. I was today years old when I figured that out. Like if I just want to go here, I can go back to there. So if I wanted to like take a break, I can just get out of it. I can come back into it. Or I want to go to a commercial, I can go there and I can jump back out of it. So that's pretty cool. I just found that out today. So, all right, that's all I got, y'all. Peace, love, hair grease. See ya.